So we're really excited to welcome Sergio Suárez here in the studio today from SUMA Inmobiliaria. So first of all, Sergio, what drew you into real estate? Like what were your main motivations starting out?
Well, when I was 18 years old, I was in doubt about what doing with my life. And I have a close friend that he owned some real estate franchises. And I started working with him. I spent there like about 3 years. After that, I worked in another company that they have, we sell new developments. And in this time, I was studying also my career. I studied public relations and communication. And that's how I started.
Great. And anything from there that shows how you lead today, that you brought back from things that you observed?
Yeah, I always say that I've spent my real estate beginning in all different types of houses, beginning from more easy houses or more cheaper houses. After new developments, I've been in retail also, and then in luxury estate. So in every experience, I have taken something that I like to do in my company, and that's how I want to lead my team. And there are other things that I don't want to use them.
Of course, yeah. Oh. So is there anything that real estate means to you beyond just the business, of course?
Well, real estate, in our case, that is luxury real estate. I like to say that we like to find the houses that people dream of. You know, it's like it's not just to sell a house. You know, it's the feeling they get, the status they have with the house in luxury market.
Ensuring it really fits to the client, no?
Yeah, that's what we have to do.
And in that way, is there anything that you refuse to compromise on that is super important when you're talking to buyers or sellers?
Well, in the sector, and I think in every part or every area of the world, but for me it's important to be honest, to be transparent, and to do the things right. That's for me really important.
That's great to hear. Yeah, I can't say that's the case for everyone, no, in the market. I mean.
No, in this market, the problem in Spain is that there's no regulation.
Yeah.
So everybody can start selling houses without any studies, nothing.
You don't have to be a professional.
Yeah, you don't have to be professional. So this damage the image of the people that tries to do the things
right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And what does a day in your life look more like? Where do you add most value? What is your role, in the company?
It's like what I told you before, because in this work you don't know how it's going to be the day.
Yeah.
Maybe you have organized some views or some relaxed day, and then everything changes. It's like a roller coaster. You are relaxed, and then the day gets complicated, absolutely chaos, or it goes normal, or you have a lot of work, and in I don't know, somebody you have all the evening with a client that he calls you. Yeah. No, sorry, we're not going to see the houses because I have to do something different. So the day stays calm. Yeah. You never know. You never know how it ends.
And what is that chaos that you're referring to? What would that entail?
For example, imagine you have in the visits I'm talking about, for example, you have a visit at 11 in one house, 12 in another one, in another area. Then the first one changed the hour, but this is the easiest thing, no? But for example, with the signs, last week we had this. It's very funny because we were going to sign, the Arras contract before the sale, and we have the appointment at 1:45, if I remember well. 1:45, and 1 hour before, the owner called us. Sorry, Sergio, because in the contract there was an agreement about the things that are going to stay in the house or not. And the owner called us. Sorry, I forget to tell you that the one thing they want is not in the house anymore because someone take it. So we call the buyers. What? That's 1 hour before the contract. It's very important for us. How can you tell me now this? And then we didn't sign on Friday. We did it on Monday, but nothing is easy. Nothing is, and there are a lot of things.
These things can cost you the deal, no?
There are a lot of things that I always say to my team that we can write a book with all the things that happens in the day.
Incredible. Do you have any story you'd like to share, like something recently that happened that?
We have lots of stories. I always say to my team that we should write a book with all of them. But recently, for example, we were in the notary. and we do the purchase, and the sale. But the condition was that the buyers, no, so the seller have to give a key to the buyer, like it's normal, but he was not going to leave the house until 1 week later.
Okay, that is very strange.
No. That is not. It's not that strange. The strange thing is that we signed with the notary, everybody happy, and when we get that out of the notary, the seller told me, I gave them a key, but it's not the key of the house.
What?
And I was like, what? Imagine.
Yeah.
What? No, because we're not gonna leave the house until next week, so I didn't give him a real key. How can you do that? You have to give him the key of the house. You have paid for it.
Yeah.
Even if they are not going to the house in this week, but they need to have a key. Well,
what do you do in that situation?
Well, I talked to there was the lawyer of the sellers. I talked with him. How can you say that? The lawyer doesn't know it. And we come back to the notary. The buyers get upset. Imagine.
Of course. If this is already the first thing.
The notary came. It was the bank also in the notary. So we close again the, how do you say, la sala? The
room. Yeah.
We get into the room. The notary came. The bank came. Everybody upset, and now we signed a private contract, prepared and solutionated. But imagine when everything was signed and everything was okay and everybody happy, and in a minute everybody changed. That's what I told you before. Yeah. It's like you never know.
It could happen, yeah.
You never know.
So tell us a little bit more about SUMA. Like, how did it start? What niche did you decide to serve? Because obviously it's a huge market. So.
Well, it was in 2010. When after working in a lot of companies in different sectors and areas, I decided to found SUMA. I talked with my brother and partner nowadays, because SUMA is our surname. It's Suárez Mata. And we decided to create SUMA. I started by my own at home. After that, after a few operations, I contract my first employee. And little by little, making sales, and we decided to open our first office in Arturo Soria. It was around 2014.
And how was it getting your first sale, doing that first step?
Wow, really?
Was it difficult, or how did it feel after?
The first, I have it in the office of La Moraleja, the first sale, because it was really difficult. It was an owner who have a lot of economic problems, with a lot of debts in the registro de propiedad, and very difficult. I remember the first sale like a really hard one, really hard.
So how did it feel when you got it, when it finished?
Wow, really good, because it was the first also. So, but really hard, and the owners. Difficult because you have sense also, and they had a lot of problems, and they didn't get so much money for them. So it was difficult, but the first one, so I remember. I remember it.
Great. We know that you really value quality over even quantity, no? How do you ensure that, given that you sell that much?
As I told you, I think before, being honest, transparent, and trying to be professionalism. Because here in Spain, as we talked before also, everybody can sell houses. There is no law, there is no regulation, so it's difficult. It's difficult to work in this area, but then if you do the things right, there's always pays off.
And how do you sort of source, qualify and provide discretion for clients throughout? In the big houses, there's a lot of sales of market, because the people is famous, or the people are important businessmen. I don't know. They don't want the house to be public. Right.
So we have to take care about the people who goes to the house. Sometimes because of privacy, sometimes because of security. But you have to do a due diligence about who's going to the house if you don't know him. And we have a lot of houses of market. No public listing. It's very normal.
Not something you can find on Idealista, no?
No. Yeah. In fact, these kind of houses they don't like.
Idealista, and like sometimes in the web you can put it because we have a lot of traffic because of the publicity strategic, but there are a lot of houses of market. We have to sign more. A lot of times we have to sign an NDA, you know, and this is normal in our market.
So usually it's also the case that these properties are only assigned to you, no other real estate agent, or exclusivity? No?
No, it depends. In the big houses, it's difficult to give you an exclusive.
Right.
You know, because it's not easy to sell them, and it's difficult.
So usually these clients prefer whoever sells it fastest, or what are kind of the terms that they usually settle with?
Fast. No.
Speed? No, never.
No, never speed.
Yeah.
You have to do things right.
Yeah.
No speed.
So.
No speed. You have to do it good. Yeah. No speed, because we have a slogan that I said, we don't sell a house quickly. We sell it right.
That's good. I like that. You've told me that it's really hard to measure the value of a luxury house, no? Because it's not only by the square meterage, it's what the client wants to pay for it. Are there any like specific things that you note that make that difference?
Well, as I told you, the luxury houses in the areas we work, like in Amoraleja, Conde de Orgaz, for example, you cannot say this is that price a square meter. It's impossible, because every house is different and they have special things, every house, no? So nowadays we are seeing that it's very important, the energetic efficiency and the materials, you know? You can have a really good house, amazing house, but it's built 50 years ago. So the people don't want the house.
Yeah, they want the
take
land.
it away. They want the plot.
Yeah.
So what happens that they want to build with the new materials, with all the geothermy, the new things that everybody wants.
Right.
Even if the house is really good, and that sometimes the owner said, "How are they gonna take out my house? It's impossible." It's better not to say it.
Otherwise, the sale doesn't go.
Otherwise, maybe the sale is not gonna be. If you say that they're going to take out the house.
So for that, are there any things that you, with SUMA, prioritize right now in terms of geography, product, partnerships even?
At the moment, our priorities, because we are watching that this year has been fantastic for SUMA, and I think for a lot of real estate companies, because everything is sold. And we have now a problem for 2026. We are with calm because there's no product. You see the prices are really high, and I think it's going to be like a transactional year, because the owners, they have a very high price in their mind, and now the buyers are waiting.
Right.
We have a lot of buyers that they say, "I'm not going to buy nothing in it right now." You know, this kind of houses is not because they need. It's just because they want a bigger one, but it's not necessary.
I've also heard that we've experienced a lot of like backwind over the last few years. Know that people have been benefiting from sort of things that have happened in the past, favorable market conditions. That now like it's kind of shifting. Is that the case that you've noticed?
Yeah, of course, absolutely, absolutely. You know, it's what I told you. Now there are no opportunities. No, nothing.
Yeah.
For us, for example, we do some flipping. You know, we buy, we make the reformation, we sell. And there are no opportunities.
Right.
You know? So Madrid now is going to be, except for the foreign people, they need to come here and they pay.
Secure their money.
Yeah. They secure the money, I don't know, from many countries, and they pay more than the Spanish one.
Right. And is it, do you think, an issue of land, of demand, or what do you believe in?
I think it's an issue of the offer, because there's no offer.
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot of demand. So the offer, you know what happens.
Yeah.
If the demand is high and the offer low, the prices go high.
Yeah.
So now we are in a strange moment.
What do you feel sets SUMA apart, whether like from a service or a team perspective? Do you believe that there's some things that really make you different?
I say knowing how to say no, when to say no, because you know we live of recommendations. You know, there's a lot of people that we sell a house, they say, "Oh, SUMA did it well." That's what we try to do. So we don't do strange things and rare operations. We study every house and every building, everything. We study, we make the due diligence, and if there's something rare, legal risks or something like that, we prefer to stop and say we don't do this operation.
Let someone else take care of that.
Yeah.
So You've also told us about your like very low turnover in terms of employees. Is there anything that motivates that people really want to stay with SUMA and continue their career there?
I think what they, in this market there's a lot of people and companies that they don't have employers directly. They have freelance commissions, and in SUMA everybody is directly employed. We don't have freelance. We don't want internal competition. Every people in SUMA, they have the stability, and also we're like a small boutique. Everybody in the office knows what's happening.
Right.
So we don't, I don't know how to say zancadillas. We don't fight in the office. We're like a small family.
Like you solve the issues together, no? Like
everything. Every sale is done by all the team. Everything is shared.
Wow. So what kind of profile wins at SUMA in terms of if someone would be looking at a career in SUMA? What do you think sets them apart?
That's really funny because I never read the CV.
Really?
Never.
It's about the person, no?
Yeah, it's about the person. It's about the transparency, people that they want to grow in a company, not to do things quickly in any way. And it's more like the people, the managing, the transparency. You can see it in the eyes.
Right. And
we can make a mistake sometimes.
Yeah. That's the thing. So do you usually test it like after 90 days, like something like whether you can notice success in those first 90 days, whether they
in 90 and in 30.
In 30, yeah.
I think in 30 days you see how he treat the clients, how they talk, how they work, how they gets involved in the group. So I think you can see it quickly.
Yeah,
you can see it quickly. It's more about how they work, how the people is, how the person is.
Of course, yeah. Because you told me a little bit about 2026 already. Like, what is your roadmap now for the next 12 to 24 months?
That's what I told you. We're seeing 2026 like a transactional year, because 2025 it's been a record in SUMA. But that's what we were talking before. The prices are in a moment that the buyers are just like waiting, because the national buyer it's also waiting, and I don't know what's going to happen, but I think it's going to be a difficult year. Not difficult for the sales. That I think. Well, for the sales are going to be lower, I think, because there's no product to sell. That's important. There are no houses. But we'll see. I think it's going to be better 2027 than 2026.
You think that is the case for Madrid alone? Like, what is your view on Madrid?
No. I think it's national, but Madrid is totally different. Well, Madrid and Baleares, I think, it's a different market. Years ago, Barcelona was competing with Madrid, and nowadays Madrid is absolutely higher. Yeah. It's more. All the people is coming to Madrid, not to Barcelona. And I think Madrid, we have different politics, we have different situation than other parts of Spain, and it's gonna be always a good market, but lower, because the last years has been incredible. The number of sales, so that's what I told you. If there's no offer,
what to do, no?
There's no offer, will be less sales for sure.
So are there some strengths that you can see through that, regardless of that the fact that there are no offers, that it's going to be kind of tough in the 2026, in the long term, 2030, until then?
I don't know. You know what happens with Madrid, in my opinion? We are so far away from London, Paris, or Milan, for example, in the prices, and maybe the prices are going to continue growing.
Right.
But the people is going to move from the outside of the city center.
We've heard that a lot. Yeah.
So I think the opportunities are going to be there.
Yeah.
Are going to be there, and there's, if you see the prices in the outside of Madrid, and it's incredible also. Yeah. But
it's like medium distance train kind of distances, no?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, very interesting. So who should care about SUMA right now? Is it owners, developers, advisors, any from IE? What do you think?
As I told you, everybody that it's a good person, that they have one. So they have to. I need something in the people of my team, but this business, you can learn it. You can learn it.
Yeah.
And it's nothing that you can study, you know? So I've studied in the IE, and but it's a lot of things that I've learned, but in my day by day I don't use them.
Yeah.
Because it's you have to be a good person and you can learn.
It's hands-on,
honest,
no? Yeah.
idioms, good looking, you know, some kind of things, but
sales business.
Yeah, sales business. Commercial, be so commercial. But you can learn it. You can learn it.
Is there any best way for someone to reach you who might be interested?
Well, we are making a big digital strategy. So we have 2 offices. We are in LinkedIn, Instagram. We receive every week a lot of CVs and people interested.
Great. Okay, thank you so much, Sergio.
You're welcome.